Welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to solve some of the question answers from the chapter Metal and Non-Metal. This chapter is under CBSE Std-10 syllabus. This is question number 12, and in my previous video we have solved questions from question 1 to question 11. I have given that video's link in the description. So in question number 12, we have to answer these reasons. First reason is platinum, gold and silver are used to make jewelry. Now platinum, silver, gold, all these metals are known as noble metals. They are least reactive metals. They are non-corrosive. Means they will not corrode easily. The way iron will rust, the way copper will get green color, that rust on it. Gold, silver and platinum will not rust that easily. This metal will also not react with atmospheric gases, water and acids. So these metals are safe to wear and their malleability and ductility is high. So we can easily draw them into a wire, we can make a thin sheet and we can give a desired shape to them which we want to give in jewelry design. So this is how we can frame our answer, that these metals are least reactive and will not react with atmospheric gases, water and acid. They are malleable and ductile, so can be drawn into wires, thin sheets and desired look or design which we want to give them in jewelry. And the last, and they are least corrosive metal. Due to all these factors and benefits, platinum, gold and silver are used in jewelry making. Second reason, sodium, potassium and lithium are stored under oil. So answer is, these metals are highly reactive metals. They will easily react with atmospheric oxygen and it will immediately start reacting, and sodium will start burning when it comes in contact with atmospheric oxygen. So that's why to keep them away from atmospheric gases and to reduce their contact from atmospheric gases, we are storing them under oil. Our next reason is, aluminium is a highly reactive metal, yet it is used to make utensils for cooking. Now what will happen, that aluminium is a highly reactive metal. So once it comes in a contact with atmospheric oxygen, speedily it will make aluminium oxide. Now this layer will act as protective layer on aluminium. It further stops reacting with atmospheric oxygen once this layer will formed on the surface of aluminium. So after that it is safe to use aluminium as a utensils. So we can frame our answer like that: aluminium is a highly reactive metal. So once it comes in a contact with atmospheric oxygen, it will form aluminium oxide. And this layer will further stops reaction of aluminium to atmospheric oxygen and with any other atmospheric gases. This layer will work as a protective layer. So this is important point, that this layer will work as a protective layer and it will safeguard aluminium. So it is safe to use as a utensils. Then next is, carbonates and sulfide ores are usually converted into oxides during the process of extraction. Now what are the steps that this sulfide and carbonates ore are there? We are converting them into the oxides of metal. Then further we are reducing them. So this is the method which we are following in metallurgy, that sulfide and carbonate ore we are converting them into oxide and then we are reducing them. Why we are doing so? Because when sulfide and carbonate ore is there, then this step is easy to convert them into the oxide. After that, this step is also easy, that oxides of ore are very easy to reduce. In this we are just removing oxygen from the metal and we will get our metal here. So this is reduction reaction. So both these steps, first step and the second step, is easy. So that's why we are following this method. So oxides of metal are easy to reduce and it is easy to convert carbonate and sulfide ore into their oxides. Since both steps are easy, ores are converted into their oxides. Once they are from sulfide and carbonate ore, we are converting them into their oxides and then we are extracting them. 13th question. You must have seen tarnished copper vessel being cleaned with lemon juice or tamarind juice. Explain why these substances are effective in cleaning vessel. First of all, we have to write that why the copper will become tarnished. So, copper will react with atmospheric carbon dioxide, and when it will react with atmospheric carbon dioxide, it will form a layer of copper carbonate on vessel. And this can be removed by mild acid action. Now when this layer will form on the vessel, the copper will become tarnished and this can be removed, this copper carbonate. So this copper carbonate can be removed by mild acid action. So we are using lemon and tamarind juice to clean it, because lemon and tamarind juice are natural acid and they are acidic substance, and their mild acid action will help us to remove this copper carbonate layer which has been formed on vessel. So this is how we will frame our answer. First we will write that which layer will form and with what we can remove this layer. Our 14th question is, differentiate between metal and non-metal on the basis of their chemical properties. Now what all are the physical properties? Their melting point, boiling point, they are sonorous, they are malleable, they are ductile, all those are physical properties. Here we are talking about chemical properties. So these are some of the easiest point which you can use and differentiate in between them. First is, metals are good reducing reagent. Why metals are good reducing reagent? Because they are donating electron, they are giving electron to non-metals, and with help of that electron, non-metal will become negative ion. So in turn they are helping in acquiring electrons, they are donating electrons, in turn they are helping non-metal to being reduced. So that's why they are reducing reagent. They themselves will be oxidized. When Na will become Na plus, this is oxidation. Removal of oxygen is oxidation. Na itself will become oxidized and will help chlorine to reduce, and it will donate electron. So that's why metals are good reducing reagent. Now here, non-metals are good oxidizing reagent or agents. Why? Because chlorine will become Cl minus. How? Whatever electron sodium will donate, that chlorine will accept. It is helping sodium to donate its electron. So that's why they are good oxidizing reagent. Chlorine itself will get reduced but help in oxidization. So that's why they are oxidizing agent. Second, metal will form positive ions, non-metal will form negative ions. Metal will donate electron, non-metal will accept electrons. Metal will form ionic bond with non-metals. Non-metals will form ionic bond with metal as well as with other non-metals. They will form covalent bonds. For example, chlorine will form bond with NaCl. This is ionic bond. But chlorine will together will make covalent bond, that is Cl2, O2. All those examples are covalent bonds from non-metals. So these are few important points regarding the chemical properties of metal and non-metal. Now question number 15. In question number 15, when a man is putting a bangles in one solution, then after that the bangles weight has been reduced drastically and we have to find out the nature of the solution. So nature of the solution was aqua regia. This aqua regia is a mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid and concentrated nitric acid, that is HNO3. We have mixed this two acid in a ratio of 3:1. That means we have taken 3 parts of HCl and 1 part of HNO in this. This aqua regia is very reactive solution and it will dissolve noble metal into it. So aqua regia that man must have carried in its vessel, and when he has put the bangle in that, some of the gold from the bangle has been dissolved in that vessel, and when he took it out, the bangle's weight has been drastically reduced. So that is how they are cheating a people, and that is how they are stealing a gold by on the name of they are cleaning the gold or they are giving a shine to the gold. Here important point or important thing to remember is this solution is known as aqua regia and it is a mixture of HCl and HNO3. Now this is how we can frame our answer, that man must have carried aqua regia solution. And what is aqua regia? Then aqua regia is a mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid and concentrated nitric acid in the ratio of 3:1, and this solution can dissolve gold into it. So when he dipped bangle into the solution, some of the gold must have been dissolved in the solution and bangle's weight has been reduced drastically. The 16th question is, why copper is used to make hot water tanks and not steel, which is alloy of iron? Now iron will react with water and will get rust very easily. So that's why we are not using steel also, because steel is an alloy of iron, so we cannot use steel. But copper will not react with water, so it is safe to use copper to make water tank. Whenever you are getting a reason like this, then first of all, this we are using, then why we are using this, that point you have to make it clear, and which we are not using, then you have to write reason for that also. So 2 statements we are writing, one in a favor and one in against. So this statement is in against of iron, that because of this we are not using iron, and this statement is in favor of copper, that why we are using copper. So that is how we are framing our answer, that the thing we are using, what is the reason we are using, and thing which we are not using, why we are not using. So in minimum detail we can justify the full answer.